Good morning and good evening, and welcome to the Artists Cafe. For your pleasure today, we have Sammy, Cindy, and Lynda, and I am looking at my screen, so excuse me if I'm distracted because I'm just waiting for them to say hello and come and join me. So this is a very brief introduction, but Sammy is here from the UK, and obviously we have Cindy who's coming all the way from Melbourne, Australia, and we also have a few requests. Let me get Sammy on. Brilliant. He's joined us. So Cindy, if you could just do the join button down the bottom, that would be great as well. And then we'll just wait for Lynda. Hey, Sammy!
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Right, just waiting for the... let's see if there's another request. Is that... Oh, yes, Cindy. So Cindy's coming on, just waiting for Lynda to pop... Oh, there's Lynda. Hi, Lynda. If you can just request... Oh, I think you may have done. There we go.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. Here we all are, just waiting for Lynda to pop on. Looking very bright and breezy there, Cindy.
Nice, yeah, it's the evening, but yeah, it's starting to cool off.
Okay, right, over to you, Sammy. I'm gonna leave you to it if I can turn the camera off. There you go. Bye.
Thank you. Good morning, girls, or good evening.
Good
Yeah,
evening.
good evening for us.
You're both dressed up. I'm still in my painting clothes.
Oh, you look cool.
But I've only just started work. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning here. So I'll let you off that you look so glamorous.
Yeah, I mean, I always look glamorous. I mean, this no, there's paint on my clothes. You just can't see it.
All right. So we're going to be part of the Bloomz Show, which is next Friday. Is it next Friday?
Yep.
Yeah, next Friday.
Yes.
So if I just go through the times. So we've got Friday, which is 7 p.m. UK time in Australia.
4 a.m. Saturday morning.
Awesome.
In New Zealand.
6 a.m., which doesn't sound so bad after hearing 4 a.m.
So on the Friday evening, we'll probably have a lot of people from the UK and Europe and America possibly coming and joining us. But you two are just hardcore. You'll be there at 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. ready to share about your art. So we ask, Lynda, would you like to tell us a little bit about your art, just to give everyone a taster of what they can kind of expect when they come to your studio? Because we're all going to be live. That's the thing. We're all live in our studios.
Yeah, so, I mean, basically, yeah, what would they expect? Well, I mean, behind me, colour, stuff going on everywhere. So, yeah, my art is kind of, it's meanderings of my imagination. It's whatever I think of at the time of painting. So, I mean, every now and again I get an idea and I paint based on my idea. But most of the time it starts off very abstract and a little bit of a story forms in my mind. And so you can kind of tell that with a lot of my paintings that things are just kind of happening as they go. And people ask me questions like, oh, why did you put the monkey there? Or why did you have, this caterpillar, with a unicorn over here? I honestly cannot answer. It's just the way it goes. So yeah, it's just a lot of fantasy and a lot of fun in most. Yeah.
It's so appealing.
Animals everywhere.
Yeah, your work is so appealing to any age group, really, because of the boldness and the brightness of the colour. But what I personally like is that when you look at it, you're telling us a story, but it just fires off my imagination when I'm looking at your work, and I suppose I think of when I was a child reading Alice in Wonderland, and
Awesome.
you have all those vivid pictures in your head, and it's like you've been able to take those pictures out of my head and actually put them onto canvas.
It's so fantastic. I mean, I really love that. If people can have their own interpretation and get their own storytelling out of it, that's just the best thing. Yeah, I think because, yeah, of course, I mean, who doesn't love Alice in Wonderland? But yeah, I love Alice in Wonderland and all kinds of stories and fairy tales. Growing up, I was kind of obsessed with stories and books, and I loved illustrated, picture books, especially the ones with
Mm.
loads and loads of detail, and ones that sort of told the story, the main story, but they'd have little sub stories going on, in the background or
Mm.
underneath the ground, something like that. Those are the books I always love the most. So I think that's always in me when I do art a lot of the time. Yeah.
Fabulous. And then on the Saturday, we have a show at 10 a.m. UK time, which is your time, Cindy?
7 p.m. in Australia. That's our show. Saturday, 7 p.m.
Yeah,
It's all good time
it's
for
a good
everybody to
time.
come.
And Lynda in New Zealand?
Yeah, it'll be 9 p.m. for me.
Okay, so your two rooms are going to be the party rooms, aren't they?
Yeah,
As
they're the ones to
always, they're the ones to go to.
Yeah.
Aussies
I'm
do
sure,
like a good party.
yeah, I think the last time, I'm sure Cindy had a barbecue going in her room. There were so many people there. I thought, I can't leave my room to go there, but I really want to join that party.
Yeah, it was
So,
a bit crowded in your room at that time. I noticed that last time.
Saturday
so
night, party night here in Oz. Yep.
yeah, but just to show how hardcore these girls are, we then have another show on the Saturday at 7 p.m., which again we know is 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. for Cindy and Lynda. Do you girls go to bed in
Yes.
between shows?
Yes. I do.
Yeah, there's no option. I thought last time, I thought I might stay up all night. It would be easier, but
No,
I couldn't.
too hard.
Although it's not
Gotta
fun
have it.
waking up.
That's right. Got to have a lay down in between, otherwise you can't get up. Whoops.
Yeah.
Sorry, visitor. This is Henry. Say hi, dude.
Hello.
Good morning, Henry. I locked my cats out. I didn't want them to steal Henry's limelight.
My cats are
Henry
shut out
steals
as
the
well.
limelight whenever he can.
So, Cindy, would you like to tell us about what people can expect when they come into your room, other than the barbecue and the beers?
And the party atmosphere.
Yeah.
Again, I'm all about the animals. A little bit different to Lynda, though, of course. I tend to be more about the spirit animals, is my thing. And the further I'm going with my painting career, the more and more it's about that for me, and the connection with the animal spirits. And yeah, which is why my animals aren't always painted in natural colors. As you can see behind me, they're often in different colors, because that's the color I see their aura in and whatever. So yeah, that's what it's all about for me nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, with
That's
your
okay.
work, I was going to say, with your work, it's the eyes of your animals, and you really seem to get into their soul and be able, it's like they're telling us their story, their history when we look at the piece of work.
Yeah.
I know you say about the spirit and the soul of the animal. Can you tell us a little bit more about the other work that you do alongside the painting that you do?
I would love to, but I'm just going to comment. Stephanie put up that it's the year of the tiger. And I just want to tell her that I have a special painting that I will be revealing at the show that nobody has seen, especially done for the year of the tiger this year.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'd throw that in, because it's the black water tiger in the Chinese year this year. So yeah, I've done
Oh, so
something
there's a
special for that.
hint.
Yeah, just a little one, or maybe a big one. But no, my other work that I do is I do Akashic Records work. For those that are not familiar with what the Akashic Records are, they are the energetic record of our soul. And I combine that work with my spirit animal work, and I literally take people on guided journeys and introduce them to their spirit animals and their spirit animal guides. because we have more than one depending on where we are and what we require at that stage in our life. So I take them on a journey to meet their current spirit animal guide, and then I will paint them for them if they so wish. And
Wow.
specifically
so cool.
to
I love
that person and to that spirit animal that comes forward for them. So, yeah.
Oh my goodness, that sounds like quite a journey. Do you have
I
to?
want to know my spirit animal now. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
No, I was just gonna.
available.
So
I know where to go.
Like,
so when someone comes to you, like Lynda, and she
Yep.
wants to have this experience with you, do you have to be very open-minded about that, or do you just have to be responding to
yeah,
what you're saying?
Yeah, I have not had any trouble with anybody that's come to me so far at all. They've all been able to meet their spirit animal. They've all come forward for them. You just have to be willing to, in the possibility that it could happen, right? You don't need anything more than that. You don't have to have any other beliefs. You don't have to believe in anything else. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it's just like the ultimate commission, isn't it? Not only are you getting a personal painting, but you're getting so much more. So, I mean, my goodness. So all the information for this is obviously on your website that we'll be able to go to and look up.
Yes, yeah. When I do it, like I do the painting in whatever size they've requested, in either acrylic or watercolor, because I use both mediums. So I give them a choice because some people prefer the look of acrylics, others watercolor. And I also provide them with like a certificate that has the information about that particular spirit animal and what it means and what it brings to their life, and all those sorts of little extra things as well to go along with the experience. So, yeah.
Wow. Steve said, it's a fabulous session. I had an experience with Cindy. It was amazing. There you go. And then on the Saturday evening, we're back at 7 o'clock. So we've got 3 shows. Friday, 7 p.m. UK time. Saturday, 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. UK time. But we'll put all the detail is all over our Bloomz page. And we've got it up on our own pages because the date and the times changes for the girls who are down under, as they say.
And for everyone else.
Exactly. So, Sammy, do you want to tell us about your art? Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm also going to be having a reveal. I've done a whole new series of work just for the Bloomz show, and I've been revealing on my Instagram page little snippets, little sections or close-ups of the work, and so I'll be revealing the whole series at the show. So I'm an abstract artist, and I work in mixed media, mainly acrylics, but lots of mixed media as well. I like to work on a very large scale, but you don't have to have a huge house to have one of my paintings, because I do have various sizes. But sometimes, even in a small house, a big piece of painting, when you walk in, just gives you a wow. So don't be afraid of the size. That's what I say.
A lot of your pieces look very almost tactile. So you use all different things, like crystals, and you've got your modeling paste as well. Yeah, it's kind of 3D sometimes, which is really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I like to really sort of delve into using different materials. So some pieces may be collage work, some pieces I will use like modeling paste or even plaster of Paris. I use resin quite a lot in the pieces, sometimes just to cover the whole piece to give that nice glass finish, or I'll layer the resin up. So I'll put some, for example, I've been pressing flowers all of last year, so I'm using those flowers this year. and putting in some of the pieces. And I'll put a layer of resin over the top, and then I'll do some more work on top, and then another layer, so it looks like you've got a bit more depth to the piece. So yeah, I love anything I can get my hands on. If I can use it, it'll go in. but I think that's the joyful thing about, we've got 15 artists. We all create in very different ways, and I think that is so joyful in people being able to come and see us, because they'll be able to meet all of us individually and see the wide range of work that's on display. Oh, Stephanie says size is everything. I have nothing to say to that.
Let's keep going. We've got 15 different artists.
Just ignore that one.
Oh God!
Don't lose it, Sammy. Keep it under control.
You're gonna have to go.
Okay.
Sorry.
I almost want to put my hand up so I can't see you, so that I can keep going. We have artists from all around the world participating. Stephanie's done it. Stephanie is one of our artists that will be participating.
She is. And I mean, what other show do you go to where you get to actually meet all the artists and actually talk to them and ask them what their questions want about, art?
Exactly.
I mean, even at a show, even if the artists are all there at the gallery show,
you don't
still can't really chat to them. This is just such a unique experience.
And not only that, you're literally traveling all around the world.
Yeah, without having to go anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah. No,
In your jammies and your slippers, comfy, from the comfort of your own home. So a lot of people turn off at the thought of, when you say, oh, it's Zoom. Well, this is Zoom with a big difference, because this has been created just for us. No other art show has this experience. You're not sitting there and scrolling across looking at work. You're actually interacting with every artist. If you choose to, if you just want to come and look at the work, that's fine. But if you want to chat with us, we're there, and we're not, we're just regular folk, aren't we? We're just regular. We very rarely use very long words, especially after 8 o'clock in the evening, because we may have had a glass or two of wine.
Or at 4 a.m. in the morning, because the brain doesn't work as well at 4 a.m.
Definitely no long words.
You never know what you'll get out of it at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yes, ask all those questions then.
Oh dear.
Okay. Right, girls, is there anything else we want to say? I'm sorry. Is there anything else we want to say? I knew this was a bad combination. I thought it'd be a good combination, the three of us.
No.
It was good.
Well, it could have been worse. We could have had Steve. So Steve from Wacky Lamps creates these most amazing lamps out of pipework, and it can be a person, sports person, a pop or rock idol. It can be an animal.
Steve is misbehaving. I'm sorry.
Right, I'm not going to advertise for Steve anymore. He's being very rude. I'm really sorry. I apologise. Right, so our tickets, you can get our tickets. They are free. The reason they're free is because we believe art should be available to everyone. So you need to go to www.thebloomz, that's BLOOMZ.co.uk, click on the link and get your tickets. All the information will be put in the notes after this is posted on Instagram. But all the tickets are free. You can use your ticket for any of the 3 shows. Some people actually do come back for a second or third visit because there's so much to see. They don't get round it all in the 3 hours that we're live for. Have I missed anything, girls?
Or they come back just because they want to party with us as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because our personalities were so fantastic.
Exactly. But hopefully this chat is also just showing everybody that we are just regular people and can get easily distracted by silly, naughty comments, and just act like people too. So, you know, we're not like, you know, you see things at the galleries where you feel like you can't talk to anybody because they're, yeah, it's not like that at all.
Yeah.
It's like this. It's fun and interactive and a little bit crazy sometimes.
And absolutely, and there's no such thing as a silly question, except if it's coming from
Well,
a certain
who's
lamp.
asking? A lamp maker.
A lamp maker. A lamper.
Oh, dear.
No, there's no such thing as a silly question, because you know what? Art is for everyone. And I think over the years, people have put it at such a high level that people make you feel silly or stupid when you do go into galleries and you do ask about things. But actually, that's what we want. We want you to ask about our work. Ask us anything about our work. Because we want to share like our passion. We want to share all those sorts of things about what gets us excited about it. You know, how we go about creating it. You know, we want to share that passion with everybody.
Because we're usually in our studios, aren't we? I mean, we're on our own,
all by ourselves.
So yeah, so it's really nice to share that with the world.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Well, Steve says, don't forget I'll be hosting the show. Does that mean he's threatening to shut our rooms down?
I don't know. That's a good question.
He wouldn't want to do that.
Who knows?
Right. So do we have anything else we need to say? Sorry, my eye's watering.
Funny about that.
Do we have anything else we need to say? We've done the dates, we've done the times, we've done about our tickets being free. We've spoken a little bit briefly about our work. Should we go through who else is going to be there?
We could do that.
Okay. So we have Steve Gallagher, who's an amazing photographer. So I call him nature's photographer because he does the most beautiful photographs of flowers, but in like macro, so it's blown up, and landscapes and seascapes. We have Fiona Hooper, who is a landscape artist in oils, but she uses knives. You must go into her room, ask her about her knives, because I don't know, I think she throws knives as well, does she? I think so.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that.
I want to see that too.
I'd really like to see that.
Is that part of the show?
Yeah, that's at the intermission. She comes on, knife throwing.
You'll have to go check out her room and find out, right?
Yeah, definitely.
We have Katerina, who's in Switzerland, and she creates the most beautiful women. They're called Divine Feminine, but the stories behind her watercolor women are amazing, so you must go and check her out. We have Mac from Glasgow, and she's a sculptor. But what does she sculpt with, Cindy?
Wow, that is a question I think that you should all go to Mac's room and ask her, because I don't think anybody will ever guess her materials that she uses. I think we should leave that as a surprise, because it is extremely unique and a story that needs to be told with it, to really appreciate her artwork in full. It's amazing when you hear the story behind it, and I think people should go and experience that for themselves.
I agree.
No, Steve's saying, tell us, please. No, it's Mac. It's Mac's story to tell.
Yeah, it is her story to tell, and it's a fabulous, fascinating story that, people really should learn about. So.
Yeah. And then we have Stephanie, who is a fiber alchemist. She's a fiber sculptor, and she creates the most beautiful, beautiful animals out of a range of fibers. but you've got to go and see her work, because I just think it's like these creatures have been designed and created, and they're walking out of the Garden of Eden. That's how I see it. They're just beautiful.
Amazing.
We have Marion, who is a tree hugger, and she won't mind me saying that because she says that herself. She's a lover of trees, and she paints these trees in the most beautiful ways, watercolor, other mediums, and she creates these beautiful paintings of trees. So that's beautiful. And who else do we have, girls? I'm trying to remember.
Well,
We have
got Wacky
Julie.
Legs, of course.
Yeah,
Talked
so
about
we've got
Steve.
Julie Russell, who is the caustic wax artist. The top one in the UK, as far as I'm aware.
She is
So
indeed.
yeah, so her work is all done with encaustic wax. Absolutely amazing to see her how she creates with that. Yeah, fascinates me how she can
Yeah.
create these amazing paintings in that medium.
And we have Colleen, who is an abstract artist as well. She does abstract landscapes and mixed media pieces.
It's
We
amazing
have,
how different her work is to yours.
yes,
So like you're both
yeah,
abstract artists, but the work is just so amazingly different. So yeah.
yeah, very, very different. Yeah. And I think that's the beauty, because if we say, for example, if we say that you're an animal artist and Lynda's an animal artist, but the work is so different.
Completely.
So don't make
right.
assumptions. Also, don't make assumptions about what you think you like and don't like. Just because you may have seen one piece that someone else has done, come round and have a look at everyone's work.
Yeah.
So who else have we got? So I think we've got Ben. We've got Debbie,
Yep.
who creates. Makes ceramics. She makes moon jars, but it's the way she fires these moon jars in a number of different ways that creates the designs on the outside of the jars.
Yeah, quite spectacular.
We've got Ben. He does classical portraits, doesn't he, Ben?
Contemporary artist, yeah.
And then we have Elisa from Rome, and she creates the most beautiful women. And when you look at what Elisa paints, you actually see part of yourself in those paintings, because she's a very brilliant wordsmith as well. So along her side, her pieces of work are brilliant words.
Yeah.
Cindy, Steve's saying, what does Ben do? I just said that, didn't I? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that question came before you said it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's delayed.
Maybe. Or Steve's a bit slow today.
Yeah.
I think Steve might be a bit slow today. Maybe he hasn't had his coffee.
Maybe not. Maybe it's too early for him in the morning.
Maybe he's not had his meds yet. Right, so I think that there's 15 of us. I think we've gone through everyone. If I haven't, apologies, please. But please go to our website to see there's lots of videos on there of all the different artists. There's lots of Artist Cafe videos. If you haven't seen the others that have been done, go to our YouTube, the Bloomz YouTube page. All our artist videos, cafe videos have been put up there. I think that's it. So we'll just wait for Steph to come back and rescue us.
You lot, what are you
So
like? What are you like? I mean, look, Sammy.
Oh,
look
you
what I've got
started
behind
it,
me.
Steph.
Oh, wow.
I've got behind me. I've got a Sammy Hexter Andrews. Woo!
Wow, I
There you
love
go.
the
Isn't that
colours in
beautiful?
that.
Thought I'd get that. It's beautiful, isn't it? And very apt. Because it's from
Love that.
the
I want that as a
rebirth
dress.
after the fires in Australia, isn't it?
Yeah, there's all different Australian animals on there.
Yeah. So very apt,
So
I thought.
Beautiful.
I do actually also have some of Lynda's downstairs, and we're waiting for one from Cindy to turn up, aren't we, Cindy? Just saying.
It's a long way away.
It's in
It's
limbo.
like it's a long way to get from here to there.
Yeah. Well, I seem to remember when Lynda's came, it was like months, wasn't it, Lynda? And you had to keep G'ing them up and finding out where
Yeah,
everything...
and that wasn't that before COVID as well. Like,
It was just
Yeah.
I think
crazy.
it was.
Crazy. But
Steph, did we miss anyone off? I don't think
I
we
don't
did.
think so. I don't think I've counted everybody off and think. Oh, sorry, Steve's just about to bring. Here we go. Thank you very much. My assistant, Anthea.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there we go. One of the small ones. Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
It's,
One of the back
is it
brothers. Isn't
Bastian?
it? He's
yeah.
Felix, a back brother.
Oh, Felix. Bastian's the rabbit.
Yeah, bless. So there you go. Yeah. So if yours had arrived, Cindy, we'd have that on here as well. Just saying. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It'll get there
Maybe
one
by
day.
next weekend.
Excellent.
I don't know. The
Excellent.
last thing I sent to the UK took, so long.
Yeah. Well,
We're
we're ready when it arrives.
months.
So
3 months it took from the day I shipped it off.
yeah, about right.
Craziness.
I
Cool.
And
think
it was
we'll
a
take that
smaller
one for
piece.
Australia.
Yeah, no, it's not good. Not good. But
No,
anyway, so
shipping does take-
people don't have to wait for the art to travel to see your art because they can all come to the Bloomz.
Exactly.
If I can actually get the
Exactly.
dates right, they are the 29th and 30th. Only yesterday I wrote them down wrong and Sammy had to say, why I keep saying it's the 28th and 29th. No idea what. I said I can't
Well,
even
see,
say I think I'm in
us is-
Australia because they're
I was
in
going to say,
Australia,
yeah,
it's the 30th and the 1st.
the
Yeah.
30th and the 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, just to
completely
confuse you.
backwards. Yeah.
And then when I write down the different times on my posts, I think, am I making this more confusing by giving people time options?
I feel like that too, Lynda. It's really hard to decide, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like, do you
Yeah.
put down all the different times around the
Yeah.
world? Because, like, my audience is world,
Yeah.
is all ladies,
Well,
it's
you'll be pleased to
worldwide.
know
So,
that
like,
when-
how many do you put them in?
When people
Exactly.
actually
Yeah.
buy their tickets, or not buy, register for their tickets because they don't actually cost, they're complimentary. When we send all the reminders out, I do actually put all the different time zones on those. So
Excellent.
they because they get reminded 2
They're on
days
to it.
before, 2 hours before, and 10 minutes before, and all the different time zones are on there. So
Beautiful.
yeah,
Brilliant.
yeah,
Oh, that
That
makes
is
sense.
brilliant. Yep.
we help every way we can. Okay, guys.
Yes,
so
and the clocks won't change this time like they did
No.
last time on me.
oh my god,
No,
that
there's
was
none of
just
that,
ridiculous.
thank goodness.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, all set in the best way they can be as far as doing it other sides of the world. I think, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up then, guys. Are we all done?
Yep.
Anything else you want to?
Yeah.
You've forgotten or anything?
No, just to go to the Bloomz YouTube page to catch up on all the other artist
Yes.
cafes that we've done.
Yeah, they're all there. And
Yeah.
and if they subscribe and press the little alarm button, as soon as we put another video up about one of the artists, they will actually then receive a notification, so they don't miss a thing. And subscribe. Go to the Bloomz website, subscribe to our newsletter, because I think we're going to do an event, not the same as this one, a completely different one, but via YouTube in September, aren't we? So
We are.
Oh,
We
so
are.
exciting.
So don't worry about FOMO. You just need to go and subscribe.
yeah.
And
Yeah. Okay, excellent. Right, so the way this happens is you guys have to take yourself off. I can't get rid of you.
Right.
And
Okay.
in Sammy's words,
Bye.
you have to flick yourself off.
okay.
I'm saying nothing.
I was going to say, I've got to figure out how to flip myself off.
It's a cross. I think there's a little cross top right hand
Oh.
corner.
Found it. Thank you. Bye.
All righty. Okay. I am going to turn this off now. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. And we hope very much to see you at the Bloomz.